Hey y'all, Tracy here, Presidential Diamond with It Works Global. And today I'm going to share how I motivate and train my team. So, to jump right into it, I understand that you can't change people's behaviors. I am a psychologist, I have my degree in psychology, I love psychology. I have studied it long enough to know that you, even as special and as awesome as you are, cannot change the behavior of people. The way you're going to motivate your team is by doing two things. Understanding, one, that you can't motivate them, but number two, understanding that you can inspire them instead. So, how do you inspire them, Tracy? What do? You want to do two things: keep it simple and keep it moving. Keeping it simple means that you're not going to overcomplicate the process. If you're watching this, you're a runner, and I wish everyone in the world was just like you. Unfortunately, though, life happens to people and it decreases their confidence. Their environment does that. Sometimes who they hang around or who they're surrounded by will change their personal confidence, and they won't run towards success the same way that you want to or you have. So, knowing that, keep it simple for them. There are tasks, there are things that you know that you're really awesome at, but maybe too complicated for someone else. Keep it simple for your team. Give them simple tasks they can complete. Give them measurable ways to know they're being successful. They need little check marks, and you do too. No matter how driven you are, you can't get overwhelmed with big dreams. Give yourself ways to check off things to say I'm on the right track. So that could be giving them a follower goal. It could be giving them a training to watch and say, contact me after. It can be small things. Go blitz 5 people today. Small bite-sized pieces help to keep your team inspired to say, I can do this, I can do this. Let them be the little engine that could. The next thing is keeping it moving. Unfortunately, everyone, again, is not going to run at your pace. So you can love on your whole team. Love on your whole team. Do that. Don't get frustrated with people because they aren't where you are. Love on them anyway, but make sure that you understand as a runner that if you slow down to walk with the walkers, or even worse, sit with the sitters, your business is going to reflect that. You have to continue to run with the runners. And if you don't have runners, welcome to the club. It happens to all of us at one time or another, and often more than once. So if you don't feel like you have any runners, be your own runner. Be the runner you would want on your team. Remove the excuses you would want your team to remove and run. Runners will find you. But if you're not running, you won't get there and you'll continue to crawl. So make sure you guys keep that in mind. It's not different. You're not crazy. You're not terrible. It's just law of the land. For me personally, 1 in every 10 people I help start their business is going to be awesome running. And the other ones may take some time, and a lot of them do quit. So know that that's regular, it's normal, but the people who are successful are the ones that were able to get back up and say, I'm here to help people and I'm going to continue to help people. So keep it moving. By keeping it moving, by continuing to push towards your goals, by not allowing the excuses to weigh you down, the disappointment to weigh you down when you keep going, you inspire everyone around you to keep going too. You have team come back and say, I want to be part of this again. You kept it moving. Now I want to be part of that. You have people who will join your team for that reason because they see that you are consistent and that you're committed to what you're doing. All good things come from you keeping it moving. So don't slow down for the quitters or the walkers or whatever else the case may be. Run with your runners. Run yourself until you get your runners, and everything will be fine. I promise. So in terms of training, right, when you get someone new or you have a team, I wanted to break things down into how you launch your newbies, because of course how you launch your newbies really plays a role in how successful they may be. It's always up to them. You guys can't keep someone from being successful, and you can't make anyone become successful, but you can give them the tools. So here's what I do to launch my newbies. Number one, you want to write this down. I give them vision. I give them vision. I help go over their why with them. I reassure them as to why I think they'll be awesome at this business. Why? Because I personally believe that everyone has a gift that only they have, that God gave to them, that'll make them really successful at whatever they do, including It Works. So I reveal that to them. I'm like, hey, I think you'll be really great at this because you have this. You have this and you can help people this way. I give them simple steps like we talked about before. So for newbies, I give them steps to success. I give them the training to do. I give them really simple things they can very easily measure. I have them do their 100s list. So have them do very measurable things so they can check them off. We have to feel accomplished when we first start this business. So give them that. Number 3, give them responsibility. So when you give them a task, give them a deadline. Say, I want you to go ahead and do this for me, and let's talk again in 2 days. So can you have this done for me in the next, 48 hours? Awesome, great. And that really helps you because when you give them responsibility, you give them homework. If they don't do it, you can see right then and there, they're not going to be a runner. So you don't want to invest the next 2 weeks, 2 months begging them to work their business. You can already see this isn't priority for them. So you can, again, match their efforts. So I'll check in 2 by 2 by 2 when I see that happens. 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. And say, hey, checking in. Oh, no, you didn't do it? Okay, cool. They go on my 2-week list. Hey, and if they don't reach out to me at all, I know person may not be a runner. But people who are runners, they find you. They find you and they reach out to you, and it's amazing. So if you don't have those, what you're going to do? Be your own runner. Go out and find the people. They are out there. I would not be sitting here if I just sat like a bump on a log waiting for successful people to find me or expecting that one person, if I recruited one person a month or one person every 2 months, they were going to be a runner. I know I got to do my job, which is to help people start their businesses. So as long as I'm doing that and I'm training them, I'm giving them an opportunity to show me if they're not driven, then it's great. So give them that. Next, give them tools. So give them the Blitz card, give them the party pad, show them how to run their business and be independent. If you can give them tools, the quicker they can get a hold of those and really master those, the quicker they can actually duplicate. Our business is about duplication. How can someone take what you taught them and teach someone else when you're not around? That's when you really make the big money here. And last but not least, give them expectations. Let them know they're not going to be a millionaire overnight. Let them know people will tell them no. Family members may not support them. These things may happen, but again, go back to number 1, their vision. Why are you doing this? It may be challenging. You're going to learn, just like you learned anything else, how to walk, how to drive. You had your challenges with that, but you kept going, and that's why you're super successful now. So keep that in mind. Be positive. So really give them that pep talk to say, it's not going to be roses. It's not going to be perfect, but you're going to be successful, but you have to be consistent. You have to keep at it. You have to keep a positive attitude. So that's how I launch my newbies. And then I give them, again, 48 hours. So if I talk to them and they've done their homework, I'm talking to them again 48 hours later, giving them another homework assignment, really breaking down how to be successful into pieces. So I go from intro or orientation, which again, steps to success in a video. I'll go from that to social media training. Here's how we use social media. Awesome. 2 days later, here's how we do parties. Let's plan a party for you. And really walking them through that. So I really work with them closely in their first 2 weeks. At that point, I give them some space, see what they do, and then allow them to dictate our relationship. So training our team, I understand, number 1, so take notes please, because this is going to make you feel so much better. I understand that only about 20% of my team is going to call into any given training. You're not going to have 100% attendance. You're not going to have a team of full runners. It's just not going to happen. So when you get that 20%, value that and understand those are probably your runners. That's who you want to speak to anyway. They change your income. They change your life. Number 2, Q&A trainings work the absolute best, especially on the Ruby, Emerald, Diamond levels. Those are crucial because you're the first point of contact. You're the first leader they kind of come to. So Q&A really helps you get right there on their level because I can't always do those. The training calls are people don't meet the lines and stuff, so it's too big for that. But for, again, that leadership levels, those beginning ones, you really want to make sure you're doing Q&A trainings. Answer their questions. Dive into what I can help you guys dive into them with and find out what their challenges are. even better, if you can relay those back to me, I can even help you guys by hosting trainings about that kind of stuff. So, reach out to me and let me know what's going on. But they really help to address their concerns, their fears. You really get to know them better and their goals better, but also their roadblocks better by doing that. Number 3, ask them for topics. If you're trying to have team calls and you're like, I don't know what to talk about this week, which I have weeks like that. And just like I asked the team tonight, hey guys, what do you guys want to hear about? I just address what you guys want to hear, because that's what matters. I don't have to guess. I don't have to just know. I can ask. So ask them what they want to hear. If you get crickets, then be a fly on the wall. I'll kind of get a glance at social media. I'll kind of get a glance at the E-Suite. I'll see enrollments are down, or I'll see people are not using social media right, or I'll see a pattern with people and what they're doing incorrectly, and I'll do a training about that. So kind of be in tune to the weaknesses of your team if you can. Pay attention. If they're not closing, ask them for text message screenshots and find out exactly what's going wrong with their text messages. Find out why they're not closing. And then the last thing here I have is to do one-on-ones with them, your runners, not just everyone, just your runners, and really help to gather hints about what they may be quietly suffering through. And also, again, helps you find those patterns. If you talk to enough people and they say the same type of things, a call on that will be really helpful. So, what tonight you guys learned, run with your runners, be your own runner if you need to. It's normal. It's nothing to be pitiful about. It's just you have to go through people. You have to go through runners, go through people to get to your runners. So do the work. Don't let your check depend on other people. Like, I would not be here today if I just waited for people to jump up and be successful. I grabbed what I wanted. I went for it. I said, I will change my life, and that's why I'm here. So just grab your success. When it comes to training your newbies, the 5 tips there: give them vision, simple steps, give them responsibility, give them tools, and give them expectations as to how this will go. And then, of course, training your team, just being in tune, asking the questions, finding out exactly where they are, knowing it won't be everyone, but for the ones that are running, the ones that count, find out what they need and just be needs-based. My whole training life is need-based. I only do what you guys need, and I only do what's going to save me time. My job is to get right back out in the field and help to grow my business. My steps to success, which just got landed today, this is my primary focus. I have to do this. So I do trainings to help save myself time so I can go back and do this. So training is only 20% of my life. 80% of my life at any given time is growing my business, using Instagram, using Facebook, using blitzing, using parties. That's what I do. And the training should just to help you guys duplicate what I'm doing so we can work cohesively as a team. So I hope that helps. Thanks for watching. If you have questions, please let me know. I'm excited for you guys to grow into even stronger leaders. See you guys.